Hey guys, I wanted to take time to make a video of a repair I did recently on a 2015 Audi A4 fender where the customer slid on some black ice and hit a snow embankment and knocked his passenger fender out pretty good. And I'm most concerned right here in this area where basically three body lines really just got wasted, and the fender really took a turn in at that front corner there. So you can see, our body line's pretty much gone, and we have a pretty good crease from the wheel well area to the headlight area, and that gap now that we have, it doesn't follow the headlight anymore. It's in about 1/4 of an inch. Some crowns that we got to deal with, and really that bottom part of that body line and the body line is what I'm most concerned with bringing up clean. The customer didn't think that this was a candidate for PDR. He just gave me a buzz because he heard good things, and I said, oh, I'm going to give it a shot, but first what we're going to have to do is take some stuff apart. So the first order of business was the bumper, and now I can see that we do have a pretty good kink there and a pop of the paint from the impact. But we got to explore a little bit more, and we have the headlight area out now, and the headlight bracket housing is broken in three different spots I can see, most notably right in this area here where now the fender has no support to stay in place, which is pretty important. And you can see where that bottom part of the fender really comes in. It should follow pretty straight, but that's not stopping me. I am going for it, and in for a penny, in for a pound at this point, as I say. I'm bringing that line out, that body line, building it up. I haven't knocked anything down yet, just trying to get some shape to it, and staying right in that area there. Again, worried about that bottom part. This is what I'm using, my dent dial, my everyday tip on my dent dial to get that bottom part and the body line. I'm using this wider directional push tip tool with a nice piece of leather on there, and I really like using that. And I'm showing here how I don't just look at this body line as one line. I have that flat part of the body line, the 90, and then flip it around to get this like more like a 45 angle, this part of the body line, to shape it. And as I'm doing that, I'm putting pressure on any kind of knockdown that I'm going to be doing in this area. What I'm showing here is how I support it with my leg. I hold this in place, put pressure on it, and then knock down. Not just knock down and have nothing to support that there. It's really important when you're working on fenders that have this kind of damage. And again, I am sticking with the edges here. I'm getting that wheel lip body line, and now I'm going for the body line out by the headlight, holding it in place. And I like to use a door skin hammer at times to get lines back to shape. And I'm working that edge to that edge to try to give that metal, to get it back to where it should be before I'm doing anything in the middle. And here I am for knockdown on this to try to get the shape back. I got to support it. I can't just go trying to knock down an area that's not being held in place anymore because of that broken housing. So I've got it worked enough that I feel confident to get into the middle of that. And I'm using different soft tips to do it, building that up. That's just about as choppy as I'm going to get here in a repair. I didn't love that part of it, but I had to move a decent amount of metal, and pushing and holding it in place and trying to bring it up as clean as I can, and we're getting there. You can see we are making something out of this here, and I'm feeling pretty good. And I just wanted to take a shot here to show I'm using my dent dial. That was the last tip I used on it, which isn't a dent dial tip, but those are the three dent dial type tips I used there with leather. That ball I used in the beginning of the middle part, and a couple different knockdowns to keep it clean. A finesse tool that hooks back around to get some of that bottom lip because I couldn't get anything bigger in there. And now we have a pan in the natural of the finished repair, and I was very happy with the way this came out. It took some time, um, and it's not a 100% repair, I wouldn't say. There's a little bit of a flicker here and there, most notably at the bottom part. That bottom edges were coming down into it there, but most importantly, the customer came out to look at the car, and in his words said, you shocked and amazed me. And that It was really nice to hear, and it made the effort worth the while. I don't have an after with the headlight and the bumper in because they're getting repaired after I finish this up. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope maybe you learned something from it, and hope to do it again soon. Take care.